Good morning, Mike the MC, bringing another self-care video. Today I'm going to start a new playlist on my channel with regard to narcissism. And the reason why is, as I grow in this channel, I want to share more topics, of course, with you all on this channel. But also, I want to start this because there's a book I've always wanted to share with you all, several points from her work. And basically, it's from a non-professional perspective. Drew Keys, that's her alias name for protection. But the point is, she is sharing her knowledge with us in a book that I want to share with you all because there's some great common sense points to talk about. And so just starting with this new book, this new playlist, let's get into this. Alright, so this is the book, Narcissists Exposed by Drew Keys. I'll share this in the description for you all if you want to look at it, maybe purchase it later on. But it covers 75 different points where narcissists, from her perspective, that she's seen in her life, and kind of sharing with us what to look out for. And so just covering over the first one, then we'll have a little dialogue. Is narcissism bad? And the biggest thing I got from this chapter, the first point, is narcissism bad, was that she quotes, "The desire to think about and value yourself and your own needs and wishes is healthy. However, certain more problematic narcissistic behaviors are considered indications of the narcissistic disorder." And so sharing everyone my personal intake on that, what I've known from the past, just being normal, the idea of, okay, I think we all have those desires. We all want to be heard. We want to get the things we purchase, the things we want. We want to set our boundaries. We want to just be a person. And I would argue that's a healthy thing too. Now, how do you know yourself as being balanced with other people? And so going back to other points I've made on other videos, the first thing that I would look at is, okay, how much do you need versus how much do you want? And if you live that balanced life, okay, you'll figure things out like, okay, I don't need 10 TVs, I don't need 10 cars, unless you're trying to start a business of some kind, of some sort, going beyond an extreme, and you want to sell. And so I would argue if your personality is more destructive in the sense that, okay, your arguments are starting to hurt people because your jokes may have been too much, your actions may have been a little too extreme. And I think there's a difference between the narcissist and a strong leader, someone who is strong-willed. The idea that, okay, I'm going to stand up for myself, set my boundaries, but I'm going to do the right thing for the people because I got to be a leader to stand up for what is right. I'll take the shot and I will take the blame for what people are going to say, but I know it's the right thing. Whereas I feel the narcissist, you can argue, is from the individual perspective, the selfish perspective, where it's just going to benefit him, herself. And maybe it will benefit someone else they have in mind, but generally just for a few, not for everybody. But then maybe this is an interesting debate too. Can a narcissist be healthy in the sense that they want to just do what they want to do just so that it does something in the community, starts something that where it's like, oh wow, this is actually going to benefit people because they were the only ones that were brave enough to start it out. And I would argue the difference between a healthy person and the narcissist, okay, both may be strong-minded, doing their thing, but I feel the healthy person, a leader, someone may say, oh, that's an alpha, okay, or sigma going their own way. The person is, I guess, just kind of living their life without trying to press their impressions on other people. Oh, forgive the airplane if you heard that. See, but kind of even using that as an example, someone flying an airplane, are they doing that just to bug somebody's attention while watching TV right now? Possibly not. And you can argue the alpha and the sigma are just non-intentionally hurting people, where I feel the narcissist can be very intentional. And I think that would be my first point, the difference between the two, the intention. One is intentional, one's not. Then you can argue, oh wow, maybe that person doesn't have any feeling anymore. Well, then we dive into other disorders that may be worth more videos later to discuss as well, as I learn and become a social worker fully later on. But I would argue, just for now, that the narcissist wants to take care of themselves from a very personal perspective, where the leader and the alphas and sigmas, they're just kind of doing the right thing, going their own way in some way, whether they're on their own or with a group. But it doesn't have to be so putting an impression on other people. And so I think it's just a great thing to discuss. And so if you think you have any of those traits, being like, I want to cut in line at school, I want to jump the red light, I want to go and do something else that no one is going to do. There's a difference between being funny and a difference between being selfish. And I think if you can figure out that as well, that would be a great thing to look at too. Because I think being funny, yeah, we all like attention. If you want to get the impression that you want to be liked by somebody. And the narcissist, I feel, always wants to add attention on themselves, but just to be on that pedestal, to be glorified, to be the one like, oh, look at me, I'm always funny, I'm always awesome. See, my jokes are always the best. You laugh, or if you don't, I'm going to kick you out of the house. And there's always that extreme aspect. I guess that's the final point, that extreme personality trait from a common sense perspective of somebody, where they kick you out and they say, oh man, that person's so crazy, don't trust that person. And they start criticizing that other person or yourself because they just want to put a negative picture, draw a negative light on yourself and draw that attention. And it's like, okay, maybe I should set a boundary with that person and move on. And so this is exciting. I'm happy to start this new playlist on my channel with narcissism, but I hope to start other videos on different disorders as well as I grow as a professional social worker and counselor moving on in life. But let me know your thoughts, share in the comments, and maybe we'll build a community and how to help other people who need help in this situation. So thank you, everyone. Enjoy your Wednesday. Have a wonderful day.